Heroes explore, experiment, enable, and establish the new work order with confidence. I'm Linda Hammond. This is Sparking Discovery, which is about remaining relevant, which we believe is done by exposing ourselves to thought leaders in their fields. Over the last 2 months, we've had many guests on our show, and we have soaked up the insights, experiences, and advice received from them. One thing that has struck me is the amount of times the conversation has ventured and wandered over into the areas of people, purpose, and culture, and how these impact on business performance. So this evening, I'm going to give you my take on what I believe the next big thing will do. It's the rise of the glass box brand. Oh, what? I hear you say. Well, this concept became apparent sometime in 2017, and during this time of COVID has pretty much become a thing and is trending around the world. Organizations have, for a very long time, operated in a black box. For outsiders, it was pretty hard to see what was going on inside. The brand that was visible to the outside world was whatever you painted on the outside of the box and what you shared on a need-to-know basis. People came and looked at it, either liked it or didn't. The people inside the black box, although they could see out, had no ability or proof to share what was happening inside. So their voice was painted over and remained within the black box, a bit like one-way glass. With social media and smartphones embedding themselves in every aspect of our daily lives, outsiders can now easily see inside through the power of the people inside. Just want to mention that again, the power of the people inside. And not just through a window, mind you. Every aspect of your entire organization is exposed. They can see how you work with your people, what your people practices are, the purpose and the associated values you espouse, the processes the organization has, and how your organization operates with pretty much all of its stakeholders. Think of these headlines. The founder of Uber resigns after a culture of sexism and bullying is exposed. The CEO of HSBC in Taiwan walks a gay employee down the aisle after her father refuses to attend her wedding. A smartphone video of United Airlines staff forcibly dragging a passenger off a plane goes viral. The Ellen DeGeneres show runs a toxic workplace akin to that of a demented household. The list goes on and on and on with no end in sight. No one is immune to this any longer. The solution to date has been rather nonsensical if you think about it. It is to manage the reputation with the mindset that what happens in the black box stays in the black box, in the belief that a good PR practitioner could spin your brand out of any foreseeable trouble. Well, we've all seen how well that worked out for Bell Pottinger and those they were spinning for. The truth of the matter is that the concept of managing your reputation is a bit like herding cats, an impossible task. Your brand and its reputation does not rest in the hands of the shareholders or the exco team. It is delivered by the people within your organization each and every day. They determine how others react to your brand through every emotional and associational touch point that stakeholders have with your brand. Read organization. In essence, your brand lives in the minds and hearts of your publics. They interpret your actions. The encounters they have with your people and the experience that is left with them is what determines how they view your brand. The power is in the hands of your people, not of the exco team. My sincere hope is that during the pandemic, leadership have understood that their business without their people is worth nothing. And the realization and the fact that they operate in a glass box means that their actions across the board are visible to everyone. The way these are viewed is interpreted by your stakeholders and will either make or break your brand, irrespective of how grand a purpose you may have. Just look at the aftermath that Uber, United Airlines, Ellen DeGeneres, and others are trying to overcome. It may have been a smarter move to do the right things, So, what would the right things be? Recognize and accept the environment you're in, a glass box. Understand and articulate your purpose to your staff, sidebar. It's okay to be remunerated for delivering that purpose, by the way. Be authentic to your purpose. Just a word on authenticity. This word has been normalized as this higher state of being. It's about being true to your nature or beliefs. That's what it's about. It's not the authentic that describes as in a mold of the original. There is no mold for true authenticity in business. You cannot be a carbon copy of another individual or another organization. Create an emotional connection with your stakeholders by demonstrating your beliefs through your actions and behaviors. By the way, that's authenticity. Your employees are the proof points for this authenticity. Provide your people with storytelling abilities and let them understand what your organization's narrative is. Deliberately and proactively work at your culture. Remember our associate Oliver's words on the definition of culture. Patterns of behavior that are encouraged, discouraged, and tolerated by people and systems over time. Keep the people in your business informed and share information in a way that people want to come back for more. Communication is the great enabler of establishing relationships and building brand confidence. Look at the ethics and morals of the people within your business. Do you know whether or not they have integrity? How do you measure and maintain a high level of integrity within your people? Be self-aware. Reflect on what you've done. Measure it, not just in monetary terms. There is an alternative metric for self-awareness. Create an environment where your people can learn, change, and grow over the duration of their stay with you. Realize that you may be a stepping stone, but be a sturdy one, not one that stops the path for those that interact with you. Most of my sentiments are echoed through our various productions on Talk to Us Live. They delve into the detail a lot more. I have a strong sense of affirmation from the various books that Ian Mann reviews as well. But as always, the best teacher in life, my life anyway, is through the interaction I have with people every day, in even the shortest and most trivial of conversations. Thank you for watching, and if you found this useful, please hit the like button, subscribe, follow, share, and more importantly, talk to us. For our details, head on over to our website on screen and in the comments below. Thank you for your time, and good night.